Hey everyone, Kylie Rose here. Just wanted to give you a summary of what happened on the last Arcanist in our previous episode. So where we last left off, the collective had tracked down the stone tablets to the Lock of Baladon as they stood outside this massive cave entrance. There they discovered more than 20 figures gathered within, dragging something massive inside. Tensions within the party rose, especially around Tegwin, but with strange activity stirring deeper in the cavern, they pressed on. Splitting up, they found the ritual site here, summoning circles made from an unknown powder, all being used to awaken a fallen titan, led by none other than a herald of Ocularis. Meanwhile, at the Maruk Outpost, Cordy investigated the holocyte fungus and learned it possessed a sinister, sentient quality to it. Communing with the dead pulled him into a confrontation with his rival Varanthar, who revealed these fungal horrors were his work. Cordy barely survived the ensuing attack as the corpse reanimated and spread the infection to his shoulder. Back in the Lock of Baladon, battle erupted. Doc questioned Baladon's skeleton or spirit, learning that the Arcanist were responsible for his death, which the group did know, but that simple question caused the bones to crumble into dust and the starlit armor to clatter to the ground. Chaos followed as lingering ley line energy here fueled an attempt to summon more heralds. A devastating blast nearly obliterated Doc, Hugo, Thessalus, and Tegwin, who threw herself in harm's way to save Hugo. She appeared to fall until the Divinium Prism revived her to continue the fight. Across the battlefield, Elanor and Cassian struck from range, while Róisín secured the tablet, breaking free from the Herald's compulsion. Hugo countered-attacked with overwhelming arcane power, Thessalus disrupted the ritual circles, and the group managed to halt all but 2 of the summoning points. In a final desperate act, the Herald collapsed the cavern as Elanor loosened one more arrow, forcing the party to flee as the cave came crashing down. And that's where we're going to pick up our episode here of The Last Arcanist tonight. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy episode 7 of The Last Arcanist. Trigger warnings for episode 7 include PTSD, minor descriptions of body horror, mycophobia, and memory loss. A list of the topics, themes, and subject matter featured in this episode can be found in the description. We return to The Last Arcanist as the group finds themselves, well, everybody except for Cordy, in the caves in the Lock of Baladon. As the stones fall from the ceiling, the ground rattles around you as you're heading to escape this cave before it collapses upon your group after collecting the stone tablet, stopping the resummoning of Baladon, and preventing most of these summoning circles to bring back other heralds from happening, only 2 able to be completed. As you all find yourselves in this closed space, kind of starting to, the rocks falling down, stalactites falling from the ceiling, crashing before you, debris kind of blocking the light that is the end of the tunnel, we're going to get into a little bit of a countdown tracker. So anybody that is not familiar with Daggerheart, this is one of the elements that is in the mechanics of the game. So there are 2 that we're looking at here. There is the escape countdown, and then the collapsing countdown. So on a crit, it moves down 3. It's going to start at 6. So you all are going to be making a group move together. On a success with hope, it goes down by 2. On a success with fear, it goes down by 1. And the cave tracker goes down by 1. And you'll have to make some type of reaction roll to not be hit by stuff. And then if you fail with fear, the collapsing cave counter goes down by 2. And some other stuff is going to happen. So, with that all said, you see rocks breaking down. Who is leading the charge? And with who is leading the charge? That's the first thing I want to establish as you all are running out of the
We're still
cave.
Separated, aren't we? Some of us.
A little bit, because I think Elanor, you're down, kind of like climbing back up. I think Doc was waiting for you as well.
Yeah.
Kind of
I'm
in
with
that
Elanor.
moment. Yeah. And then Róisín, you're down with Elanor, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the 3 of you find yourselves there. The rest of the group is kind of up on that ledge. You see Cassian, Thessalus holding this person you took captive, thinking about maybe not keeping him alive, but for now. There's Tagwin and Hugo. Yeah, what are you all doing in this moment? And kind of who is leading the way as this place is continuing to collapse on you in this moment? I have 0 fear right now.
I think Thessalus, with my 0 hope, is standing kind of on the edge of this ledge, resistant to leaving right now because the group is separated, but especially hasn't seen Elanor in quite some time, and will probably refuse to leave the cave until there's a change in that.
Okay. So Thessalus, as you're sitting there, what's everybody else doing in this moment as more debris starts to... You see the ground itself actually starts to crack in half. It's starting to crack in this space.
Yeah, Róisín is grabbing onto Elanor and saying, I'm sorry, but we have to go. It's a wee bit urgent.
I can't say anything back. You're holding my hand, dude.
I'm gonna take that as a yes and just begin pulling her along.
Safe bet.
Okay, cool. You start pulling her up. Doc, there is a stairwell that leads up that is starting to kind of break, but you could absolutely go that way if you'd like.
I'm gonna run my little legs up the stairs.
Amazing.
As quickly as possible. I don't think Doc is trying to lead anything because Doc is distraught that they think that they've almost killed their friends by dusting the god, but also just knows that they have no navigational know-how and would not be good at leading the team out of the cave.
Okay, so that will probably lead us. That would probably be either. This is how we can do it. Tagwin is standing there. There is also Cassian. Cassian could lead the group out. I will make the rolls for him publicly for you all to see. If we're saying, since Elanor is kind of usually the leader, but Cassian is up top, are we saying Cassian is leading the group out of the cave in this moment?
I'd say
do we want to decide that, or do you want to jump in on that? Okay. All right.
It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. I believe in
Our
us.
directions person is otherwise occupied.
Perfect.
I'm mad.
I think.
Listen.
I think as you drag Elanor out, Elanor, you would hear in your head a voice, and you would remember it from that day in the woods as you hear, "We're not over yet." And kind of as you go up, Cassian's like, "We have to go. Let's move, everyone. Let's go." And he is starting to move down, kind of like you see rocks breaking down. He's like climbing up it. Tagwin's like trying to like pull Hugo along in this moment. Let's go. As it's happening. So with group rolls in Daggerheart, everybody has to make a check. And on a success, it's a reaction roll, so there's no hope or fear counted towards you. But it's a reaction roll, so you can use any of your skills to add to this. So as everybody's kind of navigating and moving through this space, and you can say that you don't want to do anything if you're freaking out, I'll respect that. But if everybody wants to give how they're helping in this moment and what ability are they using to aid in this as you try to escape out of these tunnels.
To start things off, I would say that from the back of the pack where Róisín is, there's just a sudden gale of wind coming from behind us with scent of roses sweetly flying on it, as I'm going to rally everyone with a wee bit of haste and expedition, so everyone can take a rally die. It's a d6, and hopefully we won't have to use them right now, but better now than not.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give myself, I'm gonna mark a stress to use quick reactions to gain advantage on reaction rolls for myself.
Okay. Okay, awesome.
I think although Thessalus is of course kind of resistant to leaving without the whole group, and especially without Elanor at this time, he does kind of get into action, and I think I'm going to use kind of my agility to be trying to move through kind of the more difficult, weirder, rocky terrain around the ledges, whatever, to try to see if he can find wherever the rest of the group went.
Okay,
Kind of
amazing.
Join the other group.
Okay, go to make an agility reaction roll for me. I will tell you the DC is 15 on it to get a +1 bonus to.
Ooh, yeah, I got a 16 on the die and I have a +2, so
18. Okay, awesome. So that's a +1. Okay.
And hope doesn't matter right now, right?
It does. No, hope and fear doesn't matter right now, so you don't add it or anything like that.
I'll just stay at 0 hope then.
Okay, staying at 0 hope. Incredible. So as you kind of
there, put down.
Yeah, amazing. So as we see like Cassian kind of leading the way, we watch as Thessalus kind of using his agility jumps up and kind of moves through as the cave kind of like you would see rocks sliding down and having to move through these kind of precarious locations, the ground kind of shifting and changing in that moment. Who would like to add to the potentially add to the group roll next?
I can. I think just Doc is just going to just start yelling out what they remember about the path that they took. Just being like, "Hey, we did this. I'm going to use knowledge."
Yep. For
recall.
All right. Let me know what you get.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. And hope and fear don't matter. Right?
Hope and fear don't matter.
Okay, that's
Can I assist with that to make it better? I had a similar idea with using one of my experiences. But like I would just want to go ahead and give it to Aubrey to make the roll better.
Yeah. So Aubrey, what did you get on your roll first?
So
and then...
I got on the die. I got a 15 plus my knowledge would be a 17.
Okay. If you want to roll a d6 that with advantage, I'll say if you get a 20, I'll give you 2. I'll give you 2 instead of 1 on this to add to Cassian's roll.
Oh, okay. Boom, boom, boom.
And to help out Doc,
5.
I'm gonna use Adept, which is I mark a stress instead of spending a hope, so that I can use my silent observer experience to assist with that.
Okay, awesome.
So that's 22, I believe, with 5
22.
on the D6.
Okay.
You also double your experience if you use Adept, so it's double the experience bonus.
Yeah, is that
so
okay? Is that okay, Kylie?
Oh yeah. You both get. Yeah, you both get. Yeah, so you would get 2. You instead of having to like. I just like lowered it. So I was like, you're going to bump you over 25. No problem. So yeah, you get 2. So right now you have +3 to Cassian's roll. So as you kind of like point out and remember, even though the cave is changing, there's still things you recognize about it. Like a certain like indentation in the wall that hasn't quite shifted yet. There's like fauna that's growing down this particular side as you kind of navigate the group. Hugo assisting in this moment too, as you all move through the space. I think that would just leave Róisín and Elanor, if there's anything you would like to add in on this in this moment.
I think it doesn't take very long for her to lock back in. And I think while Doc and Hugo are kind of like navigating us, I think, granted, because I can't yell, I at some point, I think Elanor would start to like gain momentum and kind of like move through the crowd again. And I think as like rocks are falling, she's just kind of like shoving people out of the way of like the stalactites and the rocks, and just kind of like if someone goes to step one place, she grabs their arm and like pulls them another direction, kind of a thing.
Amazing. Hell yeah. So I would say go ahead and use, that'd probably be an instinct roll for me, Elanor. I would say instinct reaction roll.
Yeah, okay. I got a +1 in that. And then I'm going to use that quick reaction to get myself advantage as well.
Heck yeah. So you get that D6 to add.
Oh boy. Okay. 8 + 2 is 10 + 1. Oh, I have a rally die. Okay, I'm going to add that to it.
Okay, so you're at 11
what do I add
right
with my
now.
rally die? A D6?
Yeah, a D6. It's a D6.
Okay.
So you got to roll a D6.
Okay, so 11. Hang on 1 second. Could I potentially use my experience You Can't Catch Me Now to add a +2 to this?
Tip. I'll let you do it. I think usually yeah, I'll let you use it because I know experiences you usually have to call before you make the roll. But I'm cool if you want to spend the hope. If you get the hope for it, you can spend it.
Oh wait, yeah. Is it 1 hope or 3 hope to use it?
1 hope to use an
Oh
experience.
thank God. Okay, yeah, I've got the hope. Okay, 6, 8, 14, 15. Oh wait, hang on. 6, 8. 8 + 5 is 14, right? I'm not making that up.
8 + 5 is 13.
13. Okay, 13, 14. Then plus the 2 is
So 16.
So 16?
Yeah, well, I think you said 13, then you had a plus.
16.
Yeah, 16.
I can't do
Okay,
math.
cool.
I teach drama to children.
That's okay. That's okay. Awesome. So amazing. So you're able to kind of like move everyone and kind of shift and again just kind of helping move through the space as more rocks fall down. Róisín, is there anything you would like to add in this moment?
Róisín is going to try to extend his sort of affect, his magic out towards everyone with a sense of elation that this isn't an escape, it's a victory lap.
Okay, that's a presence roll, my friend.
That's a 12. 9 + 3.
Okay, so that's all right, so that's +3 to Cassian's roll. So, oh wait, no, that'd be plus, because 1, 2, yeah, because a -1, because it was 4, and then -1 from Róisín, so that's 3. Okay, so he has a +5 on this roll. So I'm gonna roll in our Discord chat so that the group can see it, but I will say out loud what he gets. So here we go. As he says, all right, let's do this. First dice is he knows what he's doing. 22. He had to get a 17. So Cassian, kind of as like a rock shifting, and you actually see he's kind of like riding along it. He like reaches his hand out and kind of like creates this line as you all are kind of like balancing on this rock in this moment. And he kind of just like, you see he takes his crossbow bolt and he shoots. He has a rope tied to one of the bolts. He shoots it and it plunges into this kind of root that's sticking out of the ground, and he has a rope on it, and he kind of like wraps it around a few times around his arm, his waist, and he kind of uses that as an anchor to get everybody as this rock kind of starts to shift down into a chasm, and you all are like kind of standing on this ledge like up against in this moment. And he says, all right, let's go. And he continues to push you forward. So that drops it down by 2. As you kind of get to that side, as that kind of chasm starts to, you would start to see the earth itself and start sinking down. You see kind of at the end a big piece of stone. As you all kind of continue to move forward, a big piece of stone breaks down and starts rolling at you. So I need everybody to make. I need everybody to make an instinct reaction roll for me in this moment.
I had a nickel that for every time that Kylie, while playing Daggerheart, made me feel like I was in an Indiana Jones film, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Within a week of each other, might I add.
Ooh.
It was all
My hope die kept getting caught on the same area. And the one time it decided to actually work, it rolled me a 1.
Fear doesn't matter right now.
What are we using for this?
Instinct.
Kylie, can I finesse an idea that I got? Because you said instinct. So you were talking about the earth. You're talking about this stone coming at us. If I could use my instinct, because this is part of the thing. The fungal network is make an instinct roll to use your mycelial array to speak with others of your ancestry.
Okay.
Would I be able to potentially make it so that the fungus and mushrooms within this deep, dank cave could potentially create some sort of buffer?
Oh,
like a catcher's mitt?
Yes.
Yeah. I will say I will eliminate any kind of damage, and I will give you all. If you can roll me, I'll let you make an instinct roll. If you if you can roll me a DC 17 instinct roll, I will say you create a fungal catcher's mitt essentially and block this from hitting anybody.
Let's see if it happens, God.
I believe you. This is with hope and fear. This matters in this moment. Hope and fear matters in this moment.
Okay, hope and fears matters. Here we
Here
go.
for Ali if you need it.
That's true.
I rolled exactly 17 plus 2
yeah.
to 19. It is, however, with fear.
Okay.
So I will say, Hugo, as they are running down this incredibly frightening and experiencing this incredibly frightening thing, their hand catches against the rocky wall and their mind sort of connects with this fear, connects with what lives within the earth and the rock and the mire, as the catcher's mitt of fungus burst through this a hole, the ground, wherever. But yeah, no explanation for anyone else. You all just see something that Cordy could do potentially. But Cordy's not here.
So as this mycelial network, as we see a great white shark breach,
he's watching over us.
to block this stone. Did anybody on your fear react or your instinct reaction rolls roll below a 15? Not Hugo. Okay, Róisín.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, anybody else?
Oh, that's bad.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
I got a 15 exactly.
15 exactly?
Can
okay.
I hang on one second?
I got a 22 with a +0. So.
Okay.
Are we traversing dangerous cliffs and ledges or navigating harsh environments?
I would say you are.
Okay, I'm gonna use my advantage on that then.
Okay, so you roll your d6. Roll your d6.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that just became a 16.
Okay, perfect.
Oh
my God. Róisín.
I say to myself.
As this fungus hand stretches out, it catches the stone. But with that fear that was rolled, a chunk breaks off. This is the consequence of the fear. We see a stone break off like a stone dagger fly towards you. You take 27 points of damage.
Where's my health?
Can I? Is there a way that I can use one of my abilities for Róisín?
My severe threshold is 13.
I think in this moment. Okay, so that would be 4.
Okay, can I use an armor?
Yes, you can to knock it down to 3.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've taken damage.
Oh my, really?
And it's from a rock.
Okay, amazing.
We're rocking and rolling, guys. Okay.
Awesome. So, Róisín gets hit by this. The escape counter drops down to 3 because that was a success with fear. So we're down to 3. The cave collapsing is down to 4. As you all continue forward after that stone breaks, you kind of continue to maneuver, and you see that there is a kind of, as you're getting, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, the debris. You're trying to get to it. You're just trying to get to it. You see the earth kind of starts to separate, like it almost looks like where the cave kind of opens up like a mouth. You see it almost like starts to break backwards, and there's a chasm that starts to form, and there's a bit of a gap. So leaping across it is going to be something, as you all kind of are there, and there's this big gap that you have, this dirt gap that you have to leap in this moment to get across. What is everybody doing as more debris is falling down here?
I think Thessalus would get to the edge. Maybe not first, but once he's there, if there's anyone kind of still there getting ready to jump, I think he would kind of reach out and offer to help try to throw people across.
Okay. I dig it. One person can just fly, which is nice.
I could go for that at the moment after being impaled.
Amazing. Okay, so I think as you kind of get to that point there at the edge, Thessalus, you're attempting to you're going to try and throw people across. Okay, I'll give everybody advantage that wants Thessalus to throw across. And Thessalus, you're going to make the final like roll as you leap across. Cool. Essentially. So everybody landing on the other side will get you a bonus to your final agility, like your leap across. So, yeah.
Róisín, are we still holding hands?
Oh, we might be.
Can I just fly with you?
Sure, can I try to lift Elanor?
Yeah. You'd probably need to put the stone tablet down, I would say.
Oh,
probably.
Can I just hold the stone tablet with one arm?
You can hold the stone tablet. Yeah. I would say,
okay.
I would say you could get across with you could hold Elanor with.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think she's tiny enough that you could absolutely and with a stone tablet.
Tight.
I'd love to be thrown.
Okay, cool. Okay, amazing. Okay.
Fastball special.
So fastball special. Okay, so I need Doc to make an agility reaction roll with advantage as Thessalus throws you across. Let me know what you get. Just don't roll a 3.
Ooh, okay. Math. 1 plus 2. 1. 22.
22? Okay. What does it look like as Thessalus knocks Doc across?
Do you want to describe it, Doc? You're welcome to describe however you like. Or,
I think however you decide to hold Doc like retracts all of their limbs into their body. And so whenever you throw them, they land on the ground and just sort of roll like a ball until their limbs pop back out and they just start running again.
Oh yeah. I think Thessalus just kind of like, Doc is large enough, obviously small enough that they can be kind of picked up and thrown, but large enough that it's not quite a small ball of any kind. So I think he just like, similar to how you'd maybe chuck a hay bale, just kind of grabs it 2 arms, lobs them across.
Amazing. They land, so that'll get you a +1. Oh, God.
Sorry. Do you also want to chuck probably the skinniest hay bale ever?
Absolutely.
Hugo, make an agility reaction roll for me.
Just also into a ball, but it is like the squishiest ball. While Doc is like hard and sturdy.
Yeah, one's made of metal, one's just like trying to throw like a paper ball or whatever, where somebody just like flutters.
Yeah. So I'm doing with advantage?
With advantage, yeah, because Thessalus is throwing, So DC 15 is what you gotta be.
Got it. So it's with advantage is just the 2 12 die and then the D6, right?
Correct. Yep. Your duality dice and then your D6. Yeah.
Oh.
Was it bad?
I was off by 1. I rolled an 11 and a 3. Wait, I have a rally die, right?
You do. So that will automatically get you.
Yeah. There it is.
Okay.
I'll use my rally die. I don't want to fall in the pit.
Amazing.
I think, like, right at the end, as Hugo foresees that they're not going to make it, they're just like, and they like stick out their staff and they just are dangling from the side, holding onto the staff.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. Hell yeah. So you land, as you kind of just barely get there and able to go up, we see Thessalus and just, we see Róisín and just Elanor just casually flying across as everybody's just getting thrown. And then I think that would just be, just Thessalus. You see Cassian and Tegwin both leap across. Go ahead and make an agility roll. That's going to be a +2 to your roll. This is going to be for this, it'll be, at this point, because you stayed behind, the gap has gotten bigger. This will be a DC 16 agility check.
And does hope and fear matter on this one?
It does matter on this one.
And is it, sorry, I have my normal agility modifier, and then what else do I have? I have a +2?
Sorry, say that.
So I have my agility modifier?
You have your agility modifier and a +2 from the group. Yeah.
Cool, okay. Oh my gosh. That, nope, that's going to be a 10.
Ah!
Oh wait, actually no, it's 2 3s. It's 2 3s.
Oh, you crit!
Oh my god, it scared me like that.
That gets me every time. I'm always like, no, that's so low.
So
yeah, okay, cool. Yeah,
what
I got a
does
6
it look?
+4 total. But a crit.
I mean, it's a crit, yeah. So it's like a million, infinite. So what does it look like, kind of as you toss Hugo over? We see Cassian and Tegwin leap across, and then you're the last one there. I think what you would see is like the mouth of the cave kind of goes up a bit, and it's almost like it almost looks like an avalanche as the chasm, it's starting to separate further and further and just kind of sink down into oblivion. And you see it like falling behind you, all this rock and breaking. And your feet kind of start to almost slip, like you start to feel yourself slipping down. How does Thessalus kind of in this moment get enough momentum to leap across?
Yeah, I think he's surprisingly agile for his size. My agility is actually higher than my strength, just because I feel it's so important in the kind of fighting that he tends to do. And so I think he'll kind of put away his sword and shield pretty quickly, as I was not fully removing them, but like kind of get him out of his hands as much as he can, and kind of scramble back a little ways to get as much room as possible. And then as he begins running for this ledge, I think you can see he's keeping his weight kind of low the whole way, being really careful where he steps until he kind of leaps out. And with his height, as much as it is a pretty far way to go, his body itself covers a significant amount of that distance, allowing him to kind of grab onto the ledge on the other side and kind of pull himself up and roll out of it on the far side. Easier than you might expect.
Hell yeah. As you land, almost probably already starting to run the second you hit ground on the opposite side, you feel the solid earth beneath your feet. The rest of the cave kind of collapsing on you. The rest of your companions running towards the opening. The walls kind of breaking in on you. As you all reach the mouth of the cave and successfully get out, because that was a crit. That was three progressions, so that gets you to 0. So you're out of the cave, still alive.
You get hope and clear stress. You get crit, right?
Hope and clear stress. Yep. As you reach the outside of the cave and have a minute to breathe, stone tablet in hand, and I think as you all get out of the cave, you would see kind of the last bit of it break down, and it essentially is sealed at this point. There is no opening anymore to this cave. It would require digging it out and trying to push back in. But as you all stand here, we would see Elanor still held by Róisín, the stone tablet in hand, and everybody not in too bad a shape. Some people a little hurt, but doing okay. Yeah. as we see you all here. I was about to jump over to Cordy, but Cordy just disappeared on my screen. So, but yeah, we will. Oh, there we go. So as you as you all get out of this cave, we're gonna cut away from this group for a moment and make our way back over to Cordy, and we'll come back and kind of see how everybody's doing on this end when we return. But Cordy, as we make our way back to Maruk Outpost, we would see you in that same kind of apothecary little hovel with Estrella, and she would be examining your shoulders, using the forceps to essentially pull a piece of that strange pale thread out of your shoulder. And she would have laying on the table next to you is this like little glass container, and in it would be like almost like a piece of meat essentially, and she would place that pale thread on it, and you would see as it kind of stretches out, it connects with the meat, and you just see it kind of almost start to wrap up on it, coiling around it like a snake, and as it kind of starts to consume and decay it in that moment. As Estrella just kind of watches, eyes wide, and then turns back to Cordy and his shoulder and goes, "Well, I think if we don't figure out how to deal with this, this might be a problem for you, Cordy."
Perhaps, yes. I'm as you can see, I'm already a bit afflicted.
I can see. I understand it's a lot. It can be quite difficult sometimes when these things happen. I understand it's and she goes, "Oh,
sorry, my computer's giving me trouble here. I'm sorry."
That's okay.
Yes, it may be a problem. I'm not quite sure. I assume I have longer than most due to my... And he kind of looks around at the other mushrooms that are sprouted from him already. I would assume that I have a bit more time than the average victim of this.
Likely, yes. I think that we may need to do some precautionary things to make sure that it doesn't spread quickly or faster upon you. I mean, you do already have some growing on your body as she looks over it. So maybe it will help counteract it for a time?
Yes, it would be wise, as you say, to attempt removal as best we can.
All right. And I think she would walk over and she would take out like essentially like a scalpel of sorts, and she would take one of the forceps and kind of like slowly like try and remove those pale threads. But every time she does, like another one sprouts. And she says, "Cordy, was there anything when you were looking earlier that suggests that maybe there's a way to stunt this from continuing at this rate? It wasn't growing like this on the others."
Perhaps I'm in worse shape then. Well, we could kill Varenthar. I'm sure that would deal with it, but he's not here as far as I can tell.
Who's Varenthar?
I hate that guy. He made this an old nemesis of mine.
Oh. Well, she places it down and goes, well, I think if we can... She thinks for a second. Do you think are you still in contact with this Varenthar? Maybe they could help you. I know that's a big ask.
I doubt that he would be much help. I did see for a moment when I examined further and came in contact with the web, I saw hermaculium flower. It was fused with this mushroom. Perhaps if we can get a hold of the flower somehow, we may be able to engineer a antidote, something of the sort.
Yes, there is not too far from here, to the east. There is maybe it's to the west. I'm not very good with directions, but I can speak with someone else that knows where it is. But there is an underground river, and there's an entrance near the outpost that we could go to. There's supposed to be some of this, some of that flower you just spoke of there. We could extract some, but I do know though that there's also some type of beast that lives in there that...
Oh, wonderful. Well, I was about to suggest that I would go alone, considering the ailment. I don't want anyone else to come in contact with this, but if it's, some kind of beast, what kind?
I think it's from what I heard last, it was like a big boar or something.
Oh, not good. Not good at all.
Very large, like the size of, like, I mean, they've said it's like the size of like a rhinoceros.
No,
big boar.
No,
Have you ever seen how big a rhinoceros is? They're quite large. Honestly, surprisingly big.
Oh, no, that's concerning.
I could go with you.
Well, I was going to say, I believe that the rest of my group, I would assume that they will be done soon. You know what? Give me one moment. Can I try to contact Hugo again?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You just get a busy signal?
Yes, I think in order to do that, I have to make an instinct roll to try to go through the web. So
let me know if it's with hope or fear.
Yeah, and it should be a DC 12. So I get it. It's a 16 with fear.
As you reach out to Hugo through the network, you hear, "Oh, Cordy, having trouble, friend?
Get out of the way, my friend.
I'm always here. You use the web, I'll find you. Time is ticking, tick tock, tick tock."
Fuck you. And I'll push past her and throw her in the web and keep going. Hugo! Hugo!
Yes, Cordy. Hi.
You alright? You sound like shit.
Very astute observation, Cody. Thank you. We just escaped a cave, and but all is well. We're all safe and sound, and not dead.
Good. Good. That's wonderful. Wonderful to hear. That's great. So when you get back, we may be fighting a large boar. So prepare. Sorry.
All right.
So just prepare the others for that. Also, I'm infected with a... Oh my god. So sorry. This is wild to be saying over fucking wet mycelial fucking... Oh my god. Anyways. Yeah. Also, I seem to have been infected with some kind of, well, you know, the sickness I was trying to help with here. So, we're fighting the boar so that I can be cured. Maybe?
You seem rather put together, considering that we suggested for you to help. I'm sorry, Cordy. I didn't think that could be possible.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. It's fucking Varenthar.
Sure. Varenthar, is that the name of the sickness?
No. Varenthar's who made the sickness, my friend. If you see him out there, you kill him.
I think Cordy had mentioned the name before also in the middle of us, like, in the middle of that fight.
You didn't see him out there, did you?
I don't know who I even would be looking for, Cordy.
He's ugly.
All right. Okay, we will hurry back and I will inform the others.
Great. So, when should I be expecting you all? How long? Don't know how much time I've got. Yeah.
Well, I think we may need a rest after all of this. So it may still be some time because it took us 2 days to get over here, right?
It did. Yeah, it did. It took you 2 days.
But it took us 2 days. So, yeah. We did rest the one time.
No problem. No problem. I totally get it. Nope, don't. You know what? If you guys need to rest, you should rest. I will gather a group here and go and fight a giant boar. Do you not think I should? You don't think I should do that?
I think I need to speak to you, and when we get back. And
so I should wait for the boar.
If it's a life and death situation, I understand that you need to go.
Well, Hugo. I'm so sorry. Hugo. The boar has the cure. So.
If you believe that you're going to die in 2 days' time, Cordy, I understand if there is an urgency to the matter. But if you believe that you can stick it out until we get back, I'm sure we'll be able to help.
All right. Hey, before we, sorry, I just saw your reaction to that again. Okay, before we, get off the line here, I felt, I felt a bit of a pluck in your tether earlier.
Yes, that's why I need to speak to you. And I don't want to do it over whatever this is, because Hugo's just standing there and with the group as everyone's walking. Hugo's just standing there like buffering as this conversation is happening in their head. I would very much like to speak to you about all of this, but I don't think it's appropriate to speak to you about all of this over whatever this is.
No problem. Just let me know.
Don't die, please. If you do have to go do whatever it is with the boar, go do whatever it is that you need to do with the boar. Please don't die.
No. You're right. I probably should wait for you all. Can't wait to see you guys.
Okay, I have to go provide a little bit of healing. So, goodbye, Cordy.
Bye.
Hugo comes back to consciousness and just like,
wow.
Hugo. Cordy is infected, by the way.
Excuse me?
What?
Cordy's infected?
Oh, I thought we already knew that.
Absolute agents. Those absolute
It's pretty
blinking
visually
agents
apparent.
at the healer telp. I asked them one thing. I said just one thing before he left, which was, take care of Cordy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He's very precious to me, and what do they do? The absolute competence of it all.
To be fair, knowing Cordy, it was probably Cordy's fault he got hurt.
I mean, there could have been something.
Like what?
We come
Lock
back
him in
to-
a padded room?
We
I
come
don't know,
back to
tell him
Cordy, and he's
no.
like, "It probably is my fault for getting hurt."
I think Doc has written down like a full comprehensive list of care to hand to Hugo. And it's just like, I need him to be in bed rest until we get back. Make sure they change his sheets, lots of water, soup, hot, always.
Okay.
Water,
The feet above the head, the hands
water,
below the head.
water,
and-
not cold, warm water. Only.
Hugo takes the list. Cordy, are you there again?
What? What?
Here is a comprehensive list of what you must do per doctor's orders. And then just repeats everything. All right.
Oh,
Did you get that?
I'm supposed to. Okay, sure.
Also, don't
Yes.
do anything stupid. Róisín is very, very perturbed by the fact that you are now affected.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
Oh, tell him I'm fine.
Get some rest. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye, friend.
I think Cordy just kind of looks to Estrella, and he's like, "All right, well, if there's one good thing to come out of this, obviously I'm not the normal specimen, but I can report to you everything I feel, and we can understand this a bit more. So, as we do, I will attempt to continue our work on this research. My friends are advising that I stay in bed. We'll see, perhaps."
Cordy, yes. I think from what I know from just the people that have been afflicted by this, typically there's about 7 days of kind of progression. So if this just happened today, I mean, you are yours is moving a little quicker than the rest, but how long will it take for them to be back?
About 2 days. So,
All right, you should be all right. You might start to hallucinate a little bit by the time they get back.
oh, that's just fine. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, well, maybe you should get to bed. I feel awful that it even came to this. Come on. And she would I think she would try and take Cordy to go bring him to bed. Come on, let's go. And yeah, I think she would, if Cordy would, she would lead him out and be like, your friends are right. You should rest.
I think I will, kind of take her up on that. And go lay in bed. I think he's still got a journal in front of him that he's making notes on how he feels and what he can think about with this new affliction or whatever, and ways to kind of maybe counteract it, make some kind of medication to cure it. But then I feel does she leave him alone, or where is Cordy in bed?
Yeah, so there's the little apothecary hovel. There's a little she has the sleeping quarters next to it. There's a room for if she was watching a patient that really needed a lot of attention. She would have Cordy in there, and then her room is off to the side, and then the apothecary would be there'd be a little pathway that leads to that. So you would be she would be in with shouting distance, but enough where you're alone. You'd have some alone time.
Okay. I think that Cordy then would kind of close his eyes and just kind of lay there. And I think he's going to make another instinct roll to try to connect to somebody in the fungal network again. Hugo, hello. No, I'm kidding.
Hugo's stop.
That is a dirty 24.
With fear or hope?
With fear by 1 point. Sorry.
Okay, who are you trying to connect with?
Verantha.
He says, "Oh, you called. What do you
Listen
want,
here,
Cordy?
you son of a bitch.
I'm very busy.
Listen here.
I'm listening.
No,
All ears.
listen. Really,
I have
listen.
lots of them.
Listen.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
What's going on with this? What have you done?
What do you mean? Oh, what's in your arm? Oh, it's so sad, isn't it? Oh, don't worry. It's the next piece of fungal evolution. You'll be my
pretty
little
fitting
test
you'd need
subject.
me to pull that off. Well, fungal evolution. We'll see about that. You haven't seen me in quite some time, Verantha. I think you'd be happy to know that I've already achieved it.
Oh,
Thanks to you.
You have? Well, you've been dead for, 200 years? I thought you just shriveled up and died.
It shows how little you know. I spent my time in the web, child.
Well, you should come visit sometime. We could catch up. Have a cup of mushroom tea. It's quite good if you haven't had any before.
I'm the fucking mushroom guy. You think I haven't had mushroom tea before? You think I haven't... You're being an asshole right now, Verantha. You're being an asshole.
I'm just trying to start conversation, Cordy. You have to be such a...
Asshole?
rapscallion.
Rapscallion. What a ridiculous word. Listen.
I'm listening. You're so quiet. Are your lungs starting to fill with fungal? Is that why you took a deep breath, that gasp? Explain everything to me.
You tell me. I just want to know what I'm looking at here.
Oh, yes. Well, you're going to... Well, it'll start to incubate. Then you'll start to have a bit of sensory distortion. Then you'll start to hallucinate, which that's the fun part. Wait till you get there. And then after that, you'll start to lose your mind
Wait till
a little.
I get there. Sure, whatever.
Then you'll start to lose your vision. Then your mind will kind of hollow out, and then I come in and take control, which will be so much fun. I look forward to digging through all of your memories and looking through everything and finding that one little piece of information I so seek in your mind, Cordy. Oh, question for you. Your dear little assistant, did she survive the unraveling or did she die?
Was kind of hoping. I think Cordy in this moment has a bit of trouble. I think he's trying to recall that person.
You don't remember? Oh, how sad. If you want to make a knowledge roll, I'll let you do it to see if you can recall her. Okay.
Sure. Oof. That is a 14 with hope.
14 with hope. There's a flash, a spark in that fungal network where you see a vision of this elven woman. Then you think Fiora. The name flickers in your mind.
Fiora.
Yes, that was her name.
You wouldn't happen to know.
What happens if I said I did? What would I get out of it?
You're already attempting to take my body.
Yes, but that's like a few days away. What do I get now?
You're a piece of shit, you know that.
I can be, yes, but I don't really care.
I think he will sever the connection there.
Okay. All right.
And I think we just see Cordy as he like kind of opens his eyes and like just sits up a little bit. He looks over and picks up the little notepad that he has. He opens it up to a blank page and just writes Fiora, the little question mark. And then then I'll end the scene there. I think that's a fun place.
Amazing. Awesome. Fiora, question mark. Does he write out question mark? I'm just curious. Or does he just put a question mark?
Not the words he puts it.
So we cut back over to, I think it's like all of that happens at that moment. We cut back over to the group. As some of you are a little haggard. You see kind of around you is the still water of the loch. Of course, there's the pathway that leads back to the mountain range. Some people in a little worse shape than others. As everybody's kind of standing here, what are all your characters thinking about in this moment as you find yourselves escaping alive from that situation?
I think Róisín is going to turn over to Elanor and say, pulling out like a wee napkin or something, "You look an absolute mess," and it'll just begin to sort of wipe away the tear stains and the dirt and grit.
I think she's just gonna let Róisín do it. And like, I think just kind of has like the 1,000-yard stare on her face. Like she's like gripping the tablet, kind of similar to like a child would a teddy bear after a nightmare, and just kind of let him.
Yeah, Róisín's gonna sign the next bit. Is this something that you'd want to talk about, or is this something you'd prefer to keep to yourself for now? Maybe leave the others out of it? Up to you.
She will sign back. He is the reason why I have to communicate this way.
Ah. At least now he's exploded, so that should be gratifying. Terrible. Well, it this way, you'll get a chance to kill him all over again.
He should have been dead 250 or however many years ago it was.
To be fair, all of us should have been dead.
Not like this. He should be dead. And there should have been no amount of magic that could have brought him back.
What a lovely tangled set of threads for us to pull out. New and exciting mystery. I'm sorry. Really.
If he's still alive, it makes me wonder how many people from our pasts are going to come back to haunt us as well.
Oh. Well, that's an awful thought. I've far too many people to haunt me.
You and me both.
We have so much in common.
I suppose so.
Do you mind if I take the tablet?
Oh. Yeah, sorry, I forgot I was holding it, and she'll hand it over.
Oh, no worries. You've been through quite a bit. Honestly, I was worried for a wee bit whenever we were going to leave that you wouldn't want to, or that you wouldn't be able to. For a half second, I thought I was going to have to make you.
I would have found my way out eventually. I mean, I am pretty clever like that.
Aye, but things are a wee bit hard to escape when you're squished under a bunch of rocks.
It would take a lot more than a rock slide to kill me.
You see, I thought so too, and yet I've been impaled.
Well, and that's when she looks down and realizes, and starts waving her hands for somebody to notice.
It's so tedious when this happens. Honestly, I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I was doing so well up until we were escaping, and then that giant fungal hand just came out of nowhere, shattered that rock, and sent shrapnel everywhere. It's awful. I mean, one big thing, easy enough to dodge and get out of the way, yeah? But, a whole bunch of rocks. And in the air, too. Just...
Yeah. Róisín, can I please have you just, lie, sit down or something, and she just...
I think Doc will come over.
It's fine. I mean, it hurts, but pain is pain.
You're literally impaled by a giant rock.
Yes, but, I mean, I'm standing. As I
That's
said,
a
it's
lot
not the
of
first
blood.
time.
There's a lot of blood.
Maybe why don't you sit down, Róisín?
It'll make everyone happy.
I'd like to cast Sparing Touch on Róisín.
Okay.
Like as I'm placing my hand on wherever Róisín was impaled, I'm using my other hand to remove it, but also casting it to mend the wound as I remove the rock. You're gonna feel.
I can also.
Mhm.
I can also give you another set of hands if you need it.
I'd appreciate that. You're going to feel. This is just doctor speak. You're going to feel a little bit of pressure. That just means you're going to hurt a lot. So.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes. So 3, and then on 2, I'm going to just pull it out.
Well, that was fun.
You can clear 2 hit points.
Nice.
Thank you, kindly little bird.
Of course. Thank you for sticking your neck out for us and getting that stone.
Oh. You're very welcome. Are you injured at all yourself, or how's everyone else doing?
I've 2 stress and 2 hit points, but I can clear some of that during a rest.
Is anybody else doing terribly badly?
I can walk it off.
I have some healing magic still, if anybody needs it.
So do I.
I've had worse, I'll be fine.
All right. In that case, I'm going to pull Thessalus into a hug.
Oh.
And say, thank you kindly for all your hard work. It was very impressive.
Yeah,
Very
of
capable.
course. Thanks.
Even if I'm not the biggest fan of all the violence, the nastiness, I'm glad you can handle the burden for us.
Yeah.
It's an awful job, but still, I'm grateful. I'm going to give Thessalus 1 point of healing with my inspirational words.
Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of feel he relaxes into it a little bit, but you can tell his body language is still somewhat tense. This isn't something he's very familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems comforted by your words and relaxes a bit, especially as he heals up a little bit. I appreciate the sentiment.
Oh, you're very welcome. So polite. Has anyone ever told you that?
I mean, it's important, I guess, in my line of work. I don't know, I don't do familiarity very well. It's always been a bit of a... I don't know the word. Been a bit fake, I guess. Every friend I've ever had, I killed. It's the only reason I'm alive today.
Is that why you wear a helmet?
I guess that's part of it. It's important, I guess, if you know at any point you could face anyone you live around. And the only way to continue living is to be the one to survive. Friendship doesn't mean much in a place like that. And I always felt that those that knew me without my helmet on, any friendship attachment that existed there was temporary.
Apologies if this is asking too much, but what do you mean when you say all of your friends you've killed?
Well, the only people I personally knew were the other fighters in the pits. And they're your friends, I guess, and eventually, if you're there long enough, like I was, you face anyone you know. I'm sure there was some there when I left, and I don't remember much after that. But anyone I was ever close enough with, I don't remember them living.
Oh, terrible. I abhor unnecessary violence.
I don't know if I have a heart, but I feel like it just broke.
I appreciate you all. And it's meant a lot to have some that I at least would like to feel comfortable around. But I know as we spend more time around this magic and these powers I don't understand, we were told we could hear voices in those caves. Be honest, I was worried I might be made to do something I didn't want to do. If I'm ever forced to fight one of you, I apologize for what happens.
Aw, you're adorable.
Doc's gonna hug you.
Pat Doc. Thank you.
If someone else ever jumps into your head, I'll just jump in myself. I promise you I can be much louder.
That is comforting. I appreciate that.
Still, it's worth saying, your whole focusing on survival plan didn't exactly work out if you died, did it? So
Sure did.
maybe this time around you can focus on living instead.
Well, for someone who says that they have killed all of their friends, you've done quite a bit of protecting Thessalus.
Yeah, I feel like I've got a lot to make up for.
You've done so for Elanor several times, and I don't think I'd be standing here had you not interfered earlier.
I'm glad I can help. And I guess I'm sure you guys is Elanor easily within earshot here, or is she kind of sitting off to the side?
Yes, she is absolutely.
Cool.
She is sitting with her back entirely to the whole conversation, though.
Go. He kind of looks to see that she's nearby, probably enough to hear, and will think about his words. But he goes, Elanor recognized me from before. And at first, I guess I was worried that was from my time in the pits or from something darker, but it feels different.
Well then, maybe you haven't killed all of your friends.
That would be nice.
Quite likely.
Well, I guess there's room for hope, huh?
Could I take a look at the tablet?
I mean, if that's all right with the Arcanist.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, she would just motion for you to look at it.
What, do you want to trade for it?
What was that?
I was just asking Hugo what they want to trade for it.
Oh.
Why does there have to be a trade?
Because I put in such a big effort to go grab it for everyone, and I got impaled.
We've all been impaled before.
Have we?
Have we not?
No.
Hugo.
Oh.
Hugo sort of looks at Róisín and feels a moment of just kind of, if they could glare, they would, but they can't. And holds back saying anything about having put the Herald to sleep or anything that they did in that entire fight.
I recommend
I don't have anything to give you. No.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just simply wanting to look at it because Tegwin mentioned something earlier that stood out to me.
If it is all right with Thessalus, I'll trade you a glance at my drawings for Hugo to look at the tablet.
You have drawings?
Yeah, they're really good.
I'm still mad at you.
That changes
Don't
everything.
compliment me.
I'm okay with it if that's something that Róisín is interested in.
Oh, I mean, obviously. Brilliant, yeah. You can take this.
Right. Thank you, Róisín. You are so kind.
Oh, thank Elanor. I can't wait to see all this.
Yeah, I think Hugo will take a look at the thing most particularly what Tegwin had mentioned about this being the mark of having the mark of stars was what interested Hugo the most. So they kind of peer into it. And if I can use my written in the stars experience.
Yes, you can. Also, just so that everybody knows, I'm going to show you just because I don't have like a... So the piece you have is this fragment right here. This fragment of the...
We should go do that 3 more times, guys.
And it's dodecahedron
Oh, boy.
shaped. Look at that.
I was thinking that.
Hey, quick, everybody in the audience, pause the stream and just like zoom in on Kylie's notebook. Let us know what you see in there.
Yeah.
Yes, because this is
This will
happening
be
in real
super
time.
helpful. Yeah, this will be
message me on
super helpful.
Discord. Join our Dicescape Discord, and then you'll find me in there. Let me know.
Tell us all the secrets.
Spoiler.
Like 4
By the
months
time
later.
this episode comes out, we probably will have known this. We'll know the secrets.
Technically, we could just do that before next session when we get the recording.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we get the video recording or do we just get the audio
Oh,
recording?
we just
I
get
don't
the
listen
audio.
to the
audio.
You're so right.
Yeah.
It's
Just
so
get the
true.
audio.
Just need to listen very carefully to the page.
Yeah, you gotta listen really close. Yeah.
Or Jade,
I'm getting something.
What we do is when we go to PAX, we break into Kylie's room and we steal the notebook.
Yeah, gotta bring your burglar outfit. Yeah.
You crying.
Funny story. They used NADPOD. They used to try and get Murph drunk enough so that they could break in and take his notes for what was going to happen.
Jake,
That's crazy.
These are good ideas.
Consensually, I think we have a plan.
I mean, you know me. I hope the audience knows by now. I'm fine with the secrets. Give me all the secrets. Let them come out in game. No spoilers for me, baby.
You like secrets? I had no idea. What?
I've never heard of a secret.
Secrets. Amazing. So yeah, your experience, you can utilize it in this moment.
Yeah. So I used one of my hopes, right, to use it?
Yeah, hope to use your experience, and this is probably going to be a knowledge roll, I would say. Let me know it's with hope or fear.
Yes. It is with hope.
Awesome.
And it is knowledge +2 and written the stars +2. So that was 12 and a 3. Math. 19.
With hope. Okay, as you look at these constellations, this is so exciting because this has been something we've been talking about.
Yeah.
The constellations you see, you're able to discern them kind of as that memory flows back into Hugo's mind. There are 3 constellations on this piece here. Each of the constellation represents a specific domain. On this specifically, you would see the constellation of a pixie, the constellation of a quill, and a constellation of a firelight. You would know that the pixie constellation is for grace, the quill is for codex, and the firelight is for splendor. As you see each of these constellations
These are
on the stone tablet.
These are the stars. I don't. Do any of you have any memory of the stars prior to Ocularis?
Can I roll a knowledge, like recall?
Yeah. Elanor,
Elanor would have drawings of the constellations in her notebook.
Okay. So if you wanna give if you wanna spend hope to add to that roll, I'll say.
Oh no, I have no hope.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'll let you help in this. I'm gonna make a call as GM. I'm gonna say you can help in this moment because you have those drawings. So
okay.
Doc, you can add a D6 to this roll.
Got it. 16 with fear.
With fear? Okay. As you look at this, and then the question was, you were trying to discern
if I have any memories of like the constellations or stars.
Perfect. Okay. Yes. So in the sky, there is a constellation for each domain of kind of what makes up individuals. Each of these they're in different locations of the stars, but there's stories that suggest that there's a specific point kind of where they all intersect, the way at which the stars, they kind of all point to one central point in the sky. And that central point in the sky, I'll say, because you had a pretty good roll, and I'm also building off too of your 19 as well, Hugo. Essentially, each of those constellations and kind of being able to find them in the stars, they're not tied to Ocularis. They're the actual, like, they are the stars before the twilight happened, before the unraveling happened. But nobody's been able to see them since and know where they are at this point in the sky. You have a rough idea, but the constellations, you would, I think, as you kind of start to put it together and like think of like where they are, like where they would be located, because with Eleanor's drawings, I think you pinpoint like where each of like those, like Grace, the Grace, Codex, and Splendor, all those constellations are like above where you all are right now. If you could look up in the sky and see, they would be like directly above you. But then you start thinking about where the other one's located. Okay. And I think it's in that moment where you're able to discern where another one of these tablets is probably located, because Tegwin was unsure. That was a memory she lost. And you would know that the next stone tablet is located near the region of Varengal, specifically above the pits of Kalayavan.
The constellations clearly had a very it helped people with directions and helped people with where to go. But there's a part of me that remembers. I think I was fond more so of the stories that they held.
And I think as you mentioned that, and I'm cool sharing if or maybe Hugo remembers them in this moment. I'm cool either way. I'm in this moment because I know this is something you've been putting some love into. So I'm also cool if Hugo has like a moment where they remember.
Yeah. I think Hugo will, with their eyes still focused on this tablet, I think the group notices this sort of almost blooming to and shift in the color of the burlap, as it's almost as if there is a vibrancy that comes over them. And maybe it's imagined, but it's so visible in the way that they speak about it. The pixie, it was known to be both a trickster but a friend as well. And it was always often confused with another constellation. I can't seem to remember which one, but it was part of its charm, just being able to confuse someone. And so much of it had to do with magic and their ability to premeditate tricks and such. But there's also kind of a charm to the manipulations, if you really think about it. The pixies are pixies. The quill, as simple as you can think of, it is an academic's most simplest and most important tool. It is used to share, to explore, to analyze. And the firelight, it's a healing and magnificent source of life. And it's also dangerous. It's represented by the blazing fire. And if I remember correctly, while in the sky, there was a much grander congregation of stars, so that it looked so much more brighter in the night sky than the other stars. There's more. So there's more to find.
I used to watch the stars at night when I was growing up. seemed consistent. Like the moon, even though it left, it always came back again.
There's a beauty in being able to look at the sky and share that with the world. I remember wanting to do that. I remember there's so much more beyond the darkness that Ocularis has placed over us.
Well, bits of Kylie. You see Tegwen, she's kind of pacing at this moment, and you see she's kind of smacking her head. She's like, remember, Tegwen, what did you set up? What did you all set up there? What did you set up? And you see she stops. And she turns to look at you all, and she says, Are we planning to head over the mountain pass again? Same route as we did before? Is that what we're all intending?
What
We
was our
removed some of those runes, right? Should be easier.
What was the alternative again?
Through the mountains.
We have to go back to Hugo. Not Hugo. That's me. we have to go back to Cordy.
To Cordy, absolutely. Get back to Cordy. Figure out how to heal him.
There might be an answer to that already. He mentioned something about a boar.
A boar.
What?
All right.
Yes.
Boar? Like,
That's
all right.
specifically really bad.
All right.
Like a
Like an animal, probably.
I
Could be
would-
anything with
tusks.
I mean,
I'm
boars
assuming
tend to be
so.
animals.
I was told that the boars are like have like the disease, like they are like sort of
Mhm, mhm.
carriers, and they have sort of that flower inside of them, and they're all sorts of messed up looking. Like, let me check the notes that I wrote down. This is both
I think it's
both Doc doing this and Aubrey.
You are
the
correct.
flower.
You are correct.
Giant boar creature where the rib cage should be. There are hermaculums growing at the base of his skull. At the base of the skull, fungus is growing.
Mm-hmm. The hermaculum to the flower is helpful in that, which is strange. It's almost like but you are right. That you are 100% correct on that, Doc. Tegwin would say, all right, well, we should, do we want to rest here tonight? Do we want to push a little further into the mountains? We will, I think she wants to say something, and she just finally spits it out. She says, the stone tablet that's the pits of Kalayavan, it's an underwater, it's sunk. The pits. We'll have to find a way down into it, but I think anyways, we set up guardians, myself and the other Arcanists, to protect the stone tablet in case Ocularis and his forces tried to break into it. They're constructs that guard the location. They had reserved Dwemer within them in case something happened during the unraveling. I imagine with Dwemer returning there, she's speaking very quickly. She says, I imagine with the Dwemer returning, they're probably activated again. They will be formidable. They are an aspect of each of the Arcanists. So
Are the pits still in use?
Not that I'm aware of, unless Ocularis decided to do that again. Or whomever he has working for him.
Told myself I'd never go back.
Well.
But I guess
All
he
right.
also died, and you're not supposed to come back from that either. So.
True. But, sorry, do we want to rest here, or do we want to push into the mountains a little?
Fine to push.
I'm okay with anything. How are you guys feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling much better now that I don't have a large rock inside of me, but...
That'll do it.
The sooner we
Tends
get
to
to
help.
Cordy, the sooner I can track that
I don't
bull.
want to leave him too long in dire straits. At the very least, we can push up until the stones of the Verglass. There's a wee bit of a landmark or a marker. We could set up camp around them again.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least a wee bit of added protection.
It's good with me.
I know a lot of my resources are depleted.
All right. We could take a short rest here, just so you could. Would that help recover any of your resources, Hugo? Before we.
I can push forward if needed. I just
All right.
won't be of much help if anything were to happen.
All right. We can watch your
Safe.
back. All right.
I trust all of you.
I trust you too.
As
If
you
anything
all
happens, I'll just pick you up and fly us both as high as I can.
Mhm.
Hugo sort of like dusts themselves off. It's like, as long as you don't try and say something to me or make me have to trade with you for it.
Well, this one I'll do for free.
Is it safe to come out?
Hey, Avera, yes. And lifts their hat. And Avera just hops out. And this is why I cannot
Sorry,
trade my hat with you.
I was like,
Oh.
who is this?
Avera calls down on on Hugo's shoulder. Sorry, I got real scared in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's all right. And you
Wow.
can hide in there whenever you need to.
yeah, definitely. Especially if stuff's gonna happen like that again. That was really bad. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm ready to go back in. She starts crawling back in, just like
It's so funny because you all hear the one-sided conversation, because then this Hugo will speak aloud whenever they speak to Avera.
mm-hmm.
It's like, yes, you
Um,
can, yes, of course, and then lifts their hat.
Climbs back in. I think
Your wee
as
birdie
you
is adorable.
Let it survive the fight.
I'm glad to.
as you all kind of stand there, Cassian would look to Elanor and sign to her, and you want to lead the way?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started then.
All right. And yeah, you all head into the mountains towards the Verglass. Elanor, could I have you roll a 1d12 for me, please? Just a
No.
straight d12.
No, you can't. Which one's been rolling higher? I think it's been this one. No, actually, it's been this one. I'm a liar. Well, I should have rolled the other one. That's a 2.
Okay.
That means only 2 bad things happen instead of 12.
Yeah, you're welcome, you guys. It's Fallout rules.
Yeah.
The lower the better.
Good.
As you all push onward to the location where you first saw the remnants of the Verglass, your legs are heavy. Your bodies are heavy. That resonance that you felt when you originally went into the cave, into the mouth of Baladon, as it is called to some, that same kind of, not hopelessness, just the weight that you felt hits you as you push onward to this location. You reach it by nightfall. It is cold, the wind howling around you. But tonight, as you kind of are starting to get settled down, the twilight gets darker and darker and darker, almost pitch black, making it, even for Elanor, a little difficult to navigate. everybody with a 2, everyone's going to mark a permanent stress. For now. There's a way to clear it, but to do so, you have to spend 5 hope to remove this permanent stress.
Permanent? Oh boy.
But you can spend 5 hope to remove it. But it is a permanent stress mark.
That's
as
the maximum
weight.
amount of hope that I can get at the current moment.
You can get. I think you can get 5.
No, because we have the 6th one is reserved for something. Remember? So I can only get up to 5 right now.
Yeah. So you could get your 5 and then spend it to get rid of that permanent
And then
stress.
have no hope.
No hope. But yeah. So
You're welcome.
that was the travel. The 2. That was a 2 on the travel mechanic. Was the weight of the twilight. As you feel that stress just weigh you down. So you find camp, and I'll say in this moment, let's go and take a quick little 10-minute break. And then we'll come back. We'll pick up we'll have a little shorter of a second half, but we'll go ahead and take a little short break. Give the cast a moment to get up and stretch their legs, grab a drink of water, get a snack, and then we'll be back here in 10 to pick up our second half. So we'll see you all soon. All right.
that number means nothing to me.
Almost 0 degrees. Almost 0 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Probably like 2 degrees Celsius. Yeah.
Oh, so like perfect Minnesota weather.
Perfect Minnesota weather.
That cold, cold front is the reason why Hurricane Aaron is not coming to the U.S.
Yeah.
Why it's staying on the outskirts.
I wish I could have some of that right now. That'd be really nice.
So we return to the last Arcanist as we see you all start to set up camp for the night along within this mountain pass. The remnants of the avalanche that fell about a day and a half ago are there. You can definitely see there's been some wildlife that has passed through here. You would see small little like rabbit footprints or hares. You would see what looks like maybe some mountain goats that have passed through as well. It's clear there's mountain goats. They're not fawn. There are 4 little footprints because that could be a whole different situation. But as kind of the wind whips through here, we're heading into a little bit of downtime. This is a long rest. We will be making a lurking darkness. I'm pulling that from Age of Umbra into this campaign. But what is everybody doing during this long rest? You get 2 downtime actions. I can share those with you all. You can tend to all your wounds, clear all stress, repair all armor. You can prepare. Either you can prepare by yourself and gain 1 hope, or you can prepare with another companion and gain 2 hope, or you can work on a project. If there's anything you're maybe building. I don't think anybody really has any of that going on right now, but that is something you can do. That is an option.
Can I do all of the above?
I'm hurting so bad.
I've got an armor slot. I've got 2 HP marked. I've got technically only 1 stress because I can't get rid of the other.
Did you take the human because Eleanor's a half elf.
Ancestry.
Did you take the human ancestry perk, or did you take the elven ancestry perk?
I get both. I get 1 from both.
You get the top and the bottom.
You get the top and the bottom.
The thingies.
Okay, so
I got the adaptability. When you fail a roll that utilizes one of your experiences, you can mark a stress to reroll, and quick reactions, mark a stress to gain advantage on a reaction roll.
Okay. I was asking because the reason I was curious is because elves can actually take 3 downtime actions during a long rest. That's what I was asking. I was like, I'm like, maybe Elanor has. So that's the other reason.
And humans also get an additional stress slot. So either way, it'd be good to have one of those.
Yeah.
Man.
Both. Yeah.
Could I actually so this wouldn't be one of the downtime things, at least for Hugo. I was just gonna go ahead and use one of my if Elanor needs to heal, I was just gonna use my mending touch because I have 1 per long rest.
Ooh.
And I still haven't used it. So so that way I can help you out with that and clear out some of
On that note, mechanically, I also have 2 inspirational word uses yet, so if anyone wants to clear health, stress, or get a hope, I can do that twice.
Clearing a HP would be good for me. If doing it. If no one else
I will give you a second hug.
Zalz appreciates it.
So I will use 2 of my hope, and then I will use 2 of my hope for Elanor. The verbiage also says that once per long rest, when you spend this healing time learning something new about them or revealing something about yourself, you can clear 2 hit points or 2 stress on them instead. So you have 2 hit points, right?
I do. I have 2 hit points.
Got it. So I think the way that this happens is like Hugo approaches you and kind of notices that there may be a lag in like your step, and with the telepathic connection still up, they communicate. Do you need a little bit of help?
Yeah, actually, that would be helpful. I just figured it would be better for us to start moving sooner rather than later to get to Cordy, so.
Sit. I can do a little bit of mending.
she will go ahead and sit.
Hugo begins sort of their looking over and trying to help out with wherever it hurts the most, kind of touching in certain areas and passing this magic on to you. So, seems that you and Thessalus might have some kind of a connection.
I keep a journal, I suppose, back before everything. And I like to draw. And I drew his face, and I didn't realize it until his helmet fell off in the avalanche.
Well, that's very likely that the two of you knew each other then.
I suppose so. Though he wasn't quite excited about it as I was.
What makes you so sure?
His reaction to it, with the familiarity. And then he said what he said earlier. I'm just not sure if I'm ready to forgive him yet.
There's clearly a lot that we are missing within ourselves. I understand wanting to keep your guard, but that may ultimately alienate you. There should be room for hope or grace.
She's going to very quickly change the topic. I noticed in my notebook, my journal, that I had drawn some constellations and written stories about them. I don't know if they're true stories, but you had mentioned it earlier, so I thought I'd bring it up with you. And she'll flip through her notebook and then get to the page. And the best way I could describe it, it's like the edges and the top are all shaded in by charcoal or pencil, and then where the stars are, there are very clearly erasing or smudging to make it look like starlight, and then as thick as she could against the shading, lines that connected these constellations. And then where the pages are still white, stories written about them, most of which seem to have been made up and are not the actual stories for the constellations.
And Hugo will look at them and just, if their brow could furrow, if there's some just the slightest shift in that burlap skin, it's not coming to me. I apologize. I wish I could offer more. The clarity with the tablet was exciting. It's exciting to know that you've also possibly have seen more of the stars as well.
It was a long time ago, but I'm glad that there's somewhere for someone to remember.
I wanted to thank you for offering regarding the trade with Róisín.
Well, to be fair, I never specified which drawing of Thessalus I would give, and I do have plenty of him in his helmet, so I planned on doing one of those.
Yeah, don't know why, and he seems so taken with mostly everyone, and I feel like oftentimes he just directs jabs and jokes at me at my expense. I don't know if that's intentional, but a part of me feels a familiarity with it.
Do you draw?
No, I don't. And actually, I meant to ask you, could you draw me, but not this? And Hugo's appearance will shift to that same image of the person that you saw back in when we were crossing and after the avalanche. Would you be able to draw this? I would like to see what it looks like.
I could do that for you, yeah. Although, I suppose first I'd have to show a drawing to Róisín, and
Hugo immediately drops
and probably swallow my pride a little bit when it comes to our big burly friend, if I am to not get, for lack of a better word, iced out. She gestures to the snow.
I think it takes a lot of strength to let go of ego.
Perhaps. Stubbornness is probably the only part of me that I truly remember from before, so it's probably why I cling to it.
Well, always leave room for more. And
I'll get to working on it. I promise.
Thank you. Yeah. And I think, yeah, with the mending touch verbiage, learned a little bit about you, learned a little bit about me. You can clear 2 hit points.
Yeah, back to full, baby. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, Kylie, you're muted.
Oh, I think you're muted.
I had to do it at least once. I think that's the first time I've done it for this show. Yeah. So as you do that, I think that happened outside of like the long rest mechanics. Mm-hmm. So, and then Róisín did some healing as well, because you had a couple. You gave Thessalus another hug to heal up a little bit. Okay, amazing. As you all kind of sit there, what downtime? I'm gonna just go from what I see on my current screen. I'm gonna go top down, because I am gonna jump over to Cordy as well, because he gets a long rest too. Amazing. So Róisín, what are your true downtime activities in this moment here?
I think both of them might actually be to prepare.
Oh, okay.
Try to see if I can maybe push my way towards getting that extra stress taken care of.
Okay. What do you do during that time to kind of prepare and just kind of set yourself up for the next day? I mean, there's Cordy, you just got that tablet, there's still more roads ahead, or the journey is just beginning. What's Róisín doing, I guess,
I suppose the first thing I'm going to do is collect my debts, and I'm going to head over to Elanor.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Everyone's going to ask me to draw them. This is why you don't tell people you draw.
Hello.
I'm assuming you're here for the drawing.
Well, you should never assume. It makes an ass out of you and me, but...
Oh, then I won't show it to you then.
In this case, you just so happen to be correct, so lucky you.
She's gonna prop herself up and whatever she's sitting on and do that. You know when you're like on your phone and you're like very deliberately trying to hide what you're texting from someone? She's sitting with her journal like that, kind of like quickly going through, because it is still like, even if she's trying to avoid showing the pictures of Thessalus's face, it's also a very personal journal. Like there are other drawings, as I've referenced. And so she gets to one of the earlier pages with Thessalus on it that still has his helmet on and goes, see, here you are.
Fuck. That's beautiful. So expressive with your lines, with just the sheer emotion, all of it's very raw.
I mean, I kind of can't speak, so this is, for the longest time, the only way I had to communicate.
Well, you needn't worry about communication, because, I mean, these speak very loudly indeed. Just screaming even, or maybe even singing.
Just gonna slowly close the journal. What are you implying?
Just that I can feel what you're feeling through your work, which is quite a sign of talent. And I'm impressed.
Oh. Thank you.
No. I've actually known quite a few great artists over the years. You have quite a bit of potential yourself. If that were, ever anything you're really interested in.
Well, I started drawing, to draw plants and animals, just as a reference guide. And then I drew something for one of my siblings. I don't remember what. And then it just became a way for me to communicate. Or I guess sometimes rather not communicate, but still simply get out of my head, so it wasn't just in there. And you can't talk to people about the way you feel. You have very limited outlets, I suppose.
Even with words, language tends to fail against the vastness of emotion.
I suppose.
But outside of the necessity of the whole practice, do you enjoy it?
I do. I think especially now that I don't have my memories, makes it all start to be pieced together slowly. And it's a nice way to get my mind to organize its thoughts better. Gives my hands something to do when I'm not using them to talk. It feels like lately all I'm doing is using them to communicate or to kill.
Yes, well, idle hands and all that. Still, when all of this is over and done with, the Tenebris are taking care of, the sky is nice and starry again, do you ever see yourself settling down and just doing nothing but drawing, making art, making something beautiful?
I guess I never really thought about what I would do after everything. From what I can gather from this journal, I was on the run from someone or something, or multiple someones or somethings. And I guess that's still all my body really knows is fighting and running.
Well, clearly knows to do at least something else, because, as I said, all of these are really quite good. You should trust me, I'm Faye. We're terrible liars.
I'll take your word for it.
Still, while we're talking about taking people at their word, couldn't help but notice that you seem a wee bit distrustful of our lovely Arcanist.
Oh, you noticed that? I thought
Just
I
a
was
wee
doing
bit apparent.
such a good job at hiding it.
I mean, I don't blame you in the slightest. Missing memories, being in this situation as we are. I can't imagine. Well, it's easy just to see how everything is all sharp and thorny. And trust is a very difficult thing, I can imagine, but I don't blame you for the impulse. I just find your approach wanting.
You want me to not trust her more?
No, not that. It's... Allow me to maybe put it in terms that you understand. If you're hunting a beast, it's better to be subtle and quiet and measured, is it not? You don't exactly catch much stomping around and making big noise.
It depends. Are you hunting for food or are you hunting for protection?
Curious. I hadn't really thought about that. Which do you hunt for?
I hunt for survival, so whatever's necessary.
So in the sake of that necessity, perhaps you could, even if you don't fully believe it, put on a wee bit more of a considerate front. Perhaps give a bit of an apology, explain what you've been feeling, just, how the sheer burden of this all has been taking a toll on you, and maybe just extend a wee bit of a laurel. Because again, even if you don't truly believe it, and by all means I understand the impulse, it'll just be easier in terms of cohabitating, cooperating, and if you're hoping to find information out, it's an easier way to sort of worm your way in and get what you want.
I've already put my neck out on the line multiple times for her. I also don't find that I necessarily have to pretend to like her or be civil with her, considering the amount of times that she's kept information from us, or the fact that we were brought back to life against any of our consent. I'm going to continue to show my true emotion for her because, while I may not trust her, I do respect her enough to be honest with her about how I feel. So if it makes you uncomfortable that I don't trust her because you're friends with her, then I am sorry that you feel that way. And you're allowed to feel that way, as that is how you feel. However, she has had ample opportunities, this time especially, to tell us everything that she knew. And she didn't until the last second. I have almost died for her. What more would you want from me?
By all means, it's your prerogative. I was just offering a wee bit of wisdom in these trying times. You're free to do as you want.
Well, did I cash in on my bargain?
I feel very well paid. Paid
Splendid.
handsomely, given the subject matter.
And she will do the Elanor special and get up and walk away.
Amazing. I do want to ask, because with prepared actions, both players have to choose to do a prepare. I know Elanor got healed. Elanor, do you want to say that you want to use that prepare because you'll gain 2 hope? from that.
Ooh.
Unless you...
Yeah, I'll take the 2 hope.
Okay, so you both get 2 hope from that. Okay.
Yay! Not the best conversation, but at least we're hopeful after it.
Hey, you know, it was at least a constructive conversation, I guess, maybe. Okay. Róisín, as far as beyond that, just to kind of put a pin in it, is there anybody else you have conversation with, as far as
For
who you want to?
For my second prepare, I'm actually going to step outside of camp for a wee bit, so I'm going to visit the last stone of the Verglass.
Okay, cool. Sick. Yeah.
Through the snow, I'm going to reach out with what dwemer I still have remaining for the night. And slowly, these beautiful white roses are going to begin to crawl up the stone and wrap around it in a gentle embrace. Because although I never got the pleasure to meet any of this distant family of mine, although we disagreed on plenty, as far as I've been told, they're still family, and it's still a sad thing to imagine them all being gone with no one to remember them. If I can, I want there to be something beautiful left of them, of that memory.
Yeah. I think as that flower blooms, that last little bit of dwemer you have left, you see as it kind of, the rose unfurls, within it you see this little mote of light float up. And as it does, you see what looks like a small little fairy, a Straya, a Verglass, as it swirls around you. And I think it just sits in front of your face for a moment. And you see this figure. The face is indistinct. You can't, there's no, the face doesn't have, it's indistinguishable, but you can see the wings are beautiful and elegant. There's a grace to it as it hovers there in front of you. But you do notice that there is that difference in how they changed from what they once were. But in that moment, you kind of see like the ice that is on this little Straya start to melt. You see what they once were as well. And I think in that moment, the little bit of mote of light, that dwemer that took the shape of a Straya for one moment, disperses. You feel a memory that you get to hold on to, and you remember them. And I think you get that hope from that.
Tap her on the arm. Sorry. I'll be me.
And from there, we'll say, kind of as we see Róisín standing in that spot, the white rose, we'll kind of cut away. Actually, I'll jump back over to, just because of the way it worked out, Elanor, what is the other activity you would like to do? And then I'm gonna jump down to Hugo, and then Doc, and then Thessalus, and then Cordy.
I'd like to clear one of I'd like to clear one of my stress.
Okay.
And
what's nice about no, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. During a long rest, you clear all your stress except for your permanent one.
So I only clear one stress.
Oh, so you clear one stress.
Yeah.
How do you clear your stress, Elanor?
She's going to walk over to Thessalus Is he standing or sitting? What's he doing? What's he up to?
This will kind of come in with my downtime activities as well. I think one of the things he would do, he's not as far away as he normally would be. Today he's kind of sitting more with the rest of the group. He's probably kind of on his own space, especially because everyone is kind of doing their downtime activities. And he's attempting to repair a bit of his armor. It's not very damaged, so it's kind of passive work.
She would walk over and sit with her back to him as closely far away as she possibly can. Like close enough that if she like obviously signs to him, he can see it, but far enough away that it's the stubbornness, like she's still winning just a tiny little bit in this one-sided argument that they're having, that she's decided they're having.
She hasn't technically approached him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, if I talk to you, like it's on my own terms kind of a vibe, even though I am coming into your space. And she'll just kind of sit there very awkwardly for a second before saying, Hugo thought it was a good idea if I came and talked to you.
Does he think that she can see if he signs back, or does he think she'll have to say something out loud to respond?
You know, I think she's sitting in a way that he has to talk out loud.
This also gives a little bit of a look around, kind of with the body language and all, not being sure if he's even supposed to respond. And if this is meant to be the following of the advice to come talk to Thessalus. Go. I know you said you didn't wish to see my face, but I'm always happy to talk.
Are you scared if we do resume our friendship, you're going to kill me? Is that why you didn't want to get familiar with me again?
I think that is a fear I have with many, but I think it's different with you. I think I'm more afraid that attachment is more than I could understand, I guess. It's not that I think I could hurt the other people I know, it's that I know I couldn't hurt you. And I don't know what that means.
She will slightly turn to him. Is it because you hold yourself back from me?
I have very little memory of my time after having left the pits of Kaliavin. But it feels like there was time between that and my death. And if it included you, and if you were not from the pits, then I feel we may have spent a lot of that time together. As far as, I guess, what I'd said, I feel like you're a part of me. That to hurt or to lose you would be the same as to hurt or to lose myself.
She'll come a lot closer now and like kind of close that distance in the only form of an apology he will probably see and or hear from her. But it's still like really soft, and any of the anger has really just kind of dissipated as she looks up at him and kind of just like puts her hand on the journal before signing. If you feel that is the case, then wouldn't what I have in here not only be my memories, but yours as well?
That's probably true. And almost more scary than anything else.
Well, some scriptures of prophets were written by those closest to the prophet. Memories that we'll never know from that prophet's point of view, but we'll know from those closest to him, to them, to any of them.
I did regret rejecting, I guess, your initial attempt, connection. I was worried I'd broken something that couldn't be fixed. But I would love to see what you've drawn and what you remember, if you are willing to show me again.
I think you and I both know that nothing is ever truly dead. And she'll open the book to like where the drawings of Thessalus first start, and she'll start flipping through them with him.
Awesome. So as you flip through, Elanor, you'll clear that stress you have as you feel a little Thessalus. What were you planning to? I'll just to kind of jump over. So you said you were, and then I'll jump back. Yeah. Just to keep it easy.
Mine were actually repair the one slot of armor that I had, and to clear stress as well.
Perfect.
Did not manage to clear my stress in our last rest because of the earlier version of this conversation. So it feels very fitting that if we have actually achieved the conversation and he has kind of managed to speak a lot of his fears, that this might be the first time he's really managed to relax during any of our downtime.
Amazing. Yeah. So clear that stress except for that one, and then the armor slot. So cool. All right, Doc, what you doing? What you doing during your downtime?
So, excuse me. I definitely am going to clear all my stress except the permanent one. I want to do this by, I think, as everyone's sitting really quiet. I know earlier I remembered the constellation and where all that was. I want to see if, by clearing out stress, I want to see if I can reach into like my memories and figure out how I remember that, like what the context of that is.
Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why that gave me a visceral reaction. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say make a knowledge reaction roll. I'm not gonna give you any hope or fear because I'm gonna potentially throw some pain at you.
Okay. That's a crit. That's 2 9s.
Oh my god. Okay.
You know hope clears stress.
Okay. All right. So as you sit here and you think back on this, where you remember these constellations. The reason what hits you first is you hear the sound of, you remember the sound of a river. The river that flowed through your town. And you would hear the sound in the distance kind of as you focus in on your mind. This is going to be very vivid that you're going to remember here. You hear the sound of laughter. There is celebration happening. There'd be this warmth you would feel even in this very, very cold place. And you can't really feel things in this form. But I think in that moment you do feel. You feel the grass around you as you kind of run through it up to this little viewing deck that was in your town. It kind of sat right near the river. It was a spot everybody would go to and watch the fireflies kind of move through over the water, kind of causing reflections. And you hear the pitter-patter of two other sets of feet running up to stand next to you. As you see your two sisters. And they look up at the stars, and they turn. Oh my God! They turn to you as you see them, both happy and healthy, and they say a name you haven't heard in a really long time. And they say, Yara, the stars are really, really pretty tonight. Do you know when Dad's gonna be back? I know he was going to that village to help. And I think and it's very much like echoey, it's in your mind, so you can't respond. Another familiar sensation that you have from a moment in the past. But you just hear the voice say again from your other sister, Yara, are you, hello? And you just hear that over and over again, echoing in your mind, almost reverberating within the metal that you are made out of.
I think with that,
Yara.
I think with that, I'm going to immediately, hearing that name, just write it down in my journal like a bunch of times. Just Yara, Yara, Yara. As I hear that. Oh my God.
Okay. I guess you clear some yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna clear some hit points.
Okay. So you'll heal up completely. I think there is, even though there is some relief in that. There's a piece of you. There's a piece there that you. It feels so familiar, and their voices, that warmth, and it was a happy moment. And I think that's what clears the stress.
Yeah.
So, okay. Whew. All right. So, as you get that HP, you clear that stress. Hugo, what's Hugo doing during this?
So I am going to clear my one stress aside from the permanent one. And I think I'm just going to I'm going to prepare. I think the way that Hugo prepares is along with Avera. I think they do a debrief of everything that has happened.
All right, break it down for me.
Okay, so, I think I may be in tune with more of the fungus and mycelial networks than I would like to be.
Whoa. Okay.
Kind of like how Cordy is.
Cordy. Okay, yeah.
And I was actually able to create that net that stopped the boulder.
Yeah. I kind of
Don't-
saw when it happened. It was crazy. That was really impressive.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So, I think when we get back to Cordy, I'm going to be talking to him about all of this, about what this means. I think I'm going to reveal what's inside, and I'm a little concerned about how he might take it. I think he
Yeah.
will be fascinated. I guess not him. I'm mostly concerned about everybody else, but also we do have to focus on making sure to help him when we get back.
Yeah. I think everybody will. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Still kind of trying to figure everybody out.
I just don't. I don't know if what's happening with me, if what's inside of me, is a bad thing.
I don't think it is, Hugo. But I'll stay with you till I'll be here. You know that.
I know you will. Maybe it isn't a bad thing.
No.
Maybe it just feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when, you're... I don't really know. I don't wear clothes, but besides my hat you made for me, I feel like maybe it feels like wearing a piece of clothes. It doesn't feel right. It's just it's there, but it's uncomfortable, you know? That kind of what it feels like?
Yes, but with my entire body.
Well, do you think if you could find a way to not have it, would you get rid of it?
If I could change this, if I could turn back time, I think so. But I don't really see myself having that ability.
Oh. Well, just... You just see, I think Avera just like the little wings kind of shrug down a little bit and just curdle up a little bit more into, just rest her head on Hugo and go, well, I think if we just... We'll figure it out, right? As we go. We will. There's lots of... Everybody seems capable, and maybe Cordy can help, and maybe Tegwin, maybe Róisín, maybe... And you just hear, I think, little Vera just is trying to just keep saying things, just trying to help,
Yeah.
but is also
It's all
panicking
right.
because they're so worried about Hugo.
It's all right,
I'm
Avera.
sorry.
There's nothing for you to be sorry about.
I just...
We don't have all the answers.
No.
And that's all right.
Yeah. Hugo, can I say something to you?
Of course, you are my most trusted confidant.
I think if there's ever a way for me to find a way back into my old body, I'd like to try. If you would ever be open to helping me with that.
I would most certainly be honored to assist you in that.
Thanks, Hugo. And she just leans in. Yeah.
And yeah, Hugo just sort of keeps Avera close as they don't really sleep, but they do just kind of, transcend into just a calm rest.
Yeah. As you head in that calm rest. So yeah, you would give yourself, you get a hope from that as you prepare there. Yeah, a little hope. And then Cordy, we'll finish it off. We'll finish it off with you. What is Cordy doing during his long rest?
So I think the first thing that he's going to do is prepare, and he's just kind of like doing more research on this disease, and maybe even if he can, I'm not sure if there's any. How big is this outpost? It's not very big, right?
It's not huge. There's definitely less than like 50 people that are here at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, he's just kind of in the lab trying to ascertain this like stuff about this disease.
Yeah, Estrella walks. She's like, Cordy, you should be in bed. You know what? Sometimes it's better to work, I guess, if you're not.
Why be in bed when I can help us get to the bottom of this?
You're right. I'm gonna continue to work as well. And she would kind of, I think she would join you and just help work through the night. Cordy, can I have you make
too close.
Oh, I won't. Don't worry.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I love that. She goes, don't worry, I won't. Cordy, can you, so you do that, so you're prepared. So you would gain a hope from that as you do that. What's the other activity you would like to do?
You were going to have me make some kind of roll. Now I'm intrigued.
I'm going to have you do it at the end.
I'm just going to repair all armor because I took that one armor slot.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So just preparing my armor. I think the only other little scene that we get from Cordy is he's working and we see little tiny Philip the snail on a table about 5 feet away that's like slowly crawling towards him. And he's like, Philip, you stay over there. I will not have you getting whatever this is. Turn around. Back that way. That's it.
And you just see Estrella's put out like a little bit of like leafy veggies for Philip. The mouth just
I love his little voice.
Yeah, just crawling across. Amazing. Cordy, could you make a finesse reaction roll for me?
Whoa.
Aww.
Let me confirm my long rest first. Hold on.
Yeah.
A finesse roll, you say?
A finesse roll. Yeah. And then Hugo, you said you were doing, it was the prepare, and then you were
Clearing stress.
Is it 8? Clearing stress. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's what okay. Amazing.
Okay. So, my finesse is 0. So, it's an 8
it's reaction.
with fear.
So hope.
Oh, okay.
Do you have to worry about fear?
Don't matter. It's an 8.
Okay, it's an 8.
Yeah, not great.
dokie. So Cordy, as you work into the night, you don't get as much rest as you were hoping, and the fungus, the holopsych, spreads further, and you move all the way. You move into it fully is an incubation stage. Estrella would let you know. She says your eyes, they have like a bluish tinge to it now, kind of muted. You would start to see muted colors. You would have a mild headache, and then you would feel sensory distortion. So colors would start to misalign. So like pink would be purple. Purple would be yellow. Colors are all different to you. You'd have mild vertigo, and you do have a -1 on all of your checks right now.
Oh.
As you are in the second stage.
Sit down a bit.
Yes. Your companion should be back today, so get some rest, all right? Stay in bed.
All right. I need you to promise me something.
What?
If this gets too far, I won't let him have my brain.
Understood. And you go. She would like walk you to your bed and make sure you're taken care of. Go ahead.
I think the last thing that he's going to say to her as she kind of puts him in bed is just, he looks at her and he says, I won't let him access the memories which I've yet to unlock for myself.
I think she takes Cordy's hands in hers. She squeezes them. And she says, we're going to figure this out. It's going to be all right. And she lets him go, and she kind of moves the covers up, make sure there's water, and she walks out. And as we kind of push away from Cordy...
Philip, you stay over there! Sorry.
He's crawling up the wall at this point. And from there, morning comes for the rest of you. And just for sake of kind of moving through, the space, you all trek back through the rest of the mountain pass. Elanor, I'm gonna have you roll one more d12 for me. Let me know what you get. And then that's the last little piece we have here.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the other dice this time because the first one did so well last time.
Okay. Did you roll another one? A 3? Or
I went up by 1, you guys.
Oh my god.
Okay, roll a d12. Roll your hope die for me.
Okay, so re-roll because I rolled my hope die this time, so just re-roll it.
Roll your hope die again. Let me know what you get.
I got a 5.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, why, Kylie?
You will all find out as you arrive on the edge of the Maruk Outpost. You would see movement around, and I think as you kind of move forward, you would see the little apothecary hovel where Cordy resides. And
don't do that
Stop.
to me.
You all are very exhausted after this trek. It's a long push to get there. But as you go in, it's later in the afternoon. You arrive. Estrella would come up to find you, motioning you in to see Cordy with a bit of franticness to her. And that's where we're going to end our episode, and we'll pick it up there next time.
No.
As we jump back into the last Arcanist.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I need to know what I rolled.
Amazing, y'all. Well, thank you all for being here tonight. I know it was a good, lots of cool little role play moments this evening. Yeah, well, that's where we're gonna wrap up episode 7, and we'll pick it back up as the group finally rise back get the team back together here at the Maruk Outpost, maybe.
Chat, did I kill Cordy? Jake sent it in the chat as a joke, but now I'm scared. Chat.
That all said. We will pick it up there.
That Elanor walks in the building and kills Cordy herself. You know,
yeah, he just shoots over there.
That's what a 3 means. So, you did that. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Varanthar pierces your mind. Amazing. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you want to give these amazing folks a follow, all of their stuff is below me. So all their social medias are below me right now. Go give them a follow. Go watch their shows. They're all doing amazing stuff. And support art made by humans. Please go enjoy it. It is one of the best things about being human beings is creating art. We should celebrate it. We should love doing it. And it's such a great thing that we are able to experience it. So definitely go check out these folks and see all the amazing stuff they're doing. But until next time, take it easy out there. Drink the water, eat the food, have some fun. And we'll see you next time as we escape the mundane into the realms of Atalantia. Good night, everybody. Bye.